Okay, so first one up, we've got the hip flexor stretch. The last 2 weeks we've got this as our first one. Bringing your foot up onto a couch or a bench behind you. The closer your knee is in towards the bench, the tighter this stretch will be. So if it's too tight, step it out a little bit. Bring your chest down towards your belly button. Squeeze your butt. And you'll feel this stretch into the top of your left leg as you're looking at this video. If you're super tight in your quad as well, the front of your leg, you might find a stretch that's coming all the way down to your knee. And again, make sure that you don't have a crease in your hip, that you are looking for a straight line going from your knee to your hip into your shoulder. Here you can see that there's a bend in the hip and you might necessarily be getting any kind of a stretch. And also, don't stand up tall, bounce into it, or you're going to see here, again, we're going to have this arch in our back. So all the time we're looking for our chest down. This one here, you're just going to see that I'm starting too close in with my foot, my knee has been shooting forward, and I can barely hold my balance. And again, that tip again guys, just for balance and for practicality, just take something out in front that you can use to hang on to for the time. Okay, next up we're going for our outside of our hips again, this time towards the back. Pop your leg up on a couch or a sofa or a table. Make sure your knee and ankles are in line and start dropping yourself down over your shin. This is just it from the side. I'm taking a step back after I put my leg up. And then down, and I'm looking for the tight spots. Again, not looking for it to be too painful, just enough for a stretch. The only thing that you're going to do wrong here is taking your foot in too close to start with, and you're going to be hunched over in that position. And also taking your knee off the couch, and you won't be getting much of a stretch either. Okay, so next up we got the kneeling Cossack squat. With your hip directly over your knee and one foot out directly to the side with your toe pointed towards the roof, you're going to sit your hips back and feel the stretch running along your groin and your hamstring. Glute bridge reach around is going to involve a glute bridge, simultaneously reaching around over a shoulder to get a stretch in towards our thoracic spine. So starting at the bottom on each one, hips up, squeeze the butt, reach around as far as you can. Make sure that you lift your hips up high enough and that they're not sagging like this. That's failure to contract the glutes. You also want to make sure that you are reaching around far enough. So you'll see on this one that I'm only reaching around a small bit. You're not going to get a stretch in towards your thoracic spine doing this. And also make sure that you don't overextend through the hips, which will create this arch in your back here. Okay, so here it is from a different angle. These are all done correctly. Hips up, I'm squeezing my butt, reaching over as far as I can, and back down. And finally we've got the Cook hip lift. So there's a single leg glute bridge variation. Bringing your ankle underneath your knee, taking the other knee in towards your chest and grab it with your hands. You're going to perform a glute bridge. Lift your hip up so it's in line with your knee and your shoulders. Squeeze your butt as hard as you can and come back down. Okay, again, the obvious one that's going to go wrong with this one is not lifting your hip up high enough. Good luck.